Hello, peeps. So, the kid's right. What do I mean by that? Well, for decades, I mean, it was hard for people to realize this. But if you knew me well, you knew that I suffered, and I put that in quotations because suffering, it's an option sort of thing. But I suffered from social somewhat anxiety. It wasn't so much anxiety, but that covers a lot of bases. I was uncomfortable. I wasn't so much debilitating when I was in it, but it would, you needed a wrench and a lever to actually get me to go places. I just didn't want to go anywhere because I didn't like socializing. I felt uncomfortable. I felt like I wasn't interesting enough, and I wasn't, just a million crazy beliefs about it. Well, since then, I'm not saying I love socializing. I'm still introvert in my way. I tend to. What's an introvert? An introvert isn't the fact that they won't socialize or go out or anything. It's just that with an extrovert, they literally recharge their batteries while socializing, and an introvert, they're literally like their batteries are draining as they're socializing, even if they're enjoying themselves. And that's the big difference. So I'm still an introvert. That's still the way I am. However, in terms of socializing, I'm not so uncomfortable, let's say. Now, what the hell's that got to do with being the kids being right? Well, it's to do with the fact that we put so much emphasis on ourselves. We put so much emphasis on what people think about us, what we're doing, how we're coming across. Even to the point, and you'll notice if you watched any of my videos, I talk slowly. I'm working on it, but hey, I've always talked slowly. And the reason being, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's happening. As I say my words, I'm thinking about my words. Because years and years ago, I had this crazy belief, and somebody told me, if you don't have anything important to say, don't say it. So I literally doubt every word that I say. And as a consequence, there's that little gap between my words. Well, when I say the kids have it right, we put so much emphasis on ourselves that we don't even know what's going on half the time. We're so in our heads that we're making up our lifestyle as it's happening. We're making it up as it's happening. Rather than being involved, rather than being in the moment, we're making up our lifestyle as it's happening, our lives. Well, think of a kid. A kid just shows up. Yeah, and I'm talking early. It's getting earlier and earlier, unfortunately. But, it used to be like a 4 or 5-year-old. Now it's almost like a 2-year-old even. That they just show up. Haven't you had a kid just come up to you and tell them they tell you their life story, And you're like, okay, well, my name's Lee. They tell you their entire life story and they don't care. Because they don't see anything wrong with that. Then there's no inhibitions, there's no fear, there's no, shyness or anything like that. And I'm talking very young. As I say, it's getting younger and younger where this unfortunate judgment is taking hold. So the kids have it right. You see a kid will 1 minute be playing with their best friends, next minute they're total enemies, the next minute, they're best friends again, Wouldn't it be great if we could just do that, Not hold on to all the crap that's happened before. Not hold on to our perception of what's going to happen in the future. Just being right here, right now, being with a person, being with a group of people, and not fearing what they're thinking of you. Wondering what you're thinking of them, right? Not judging, just noticing. Just being there. Now, I can't tell you that I've mastered this. Absolutely not. But the one thing I can tell you is I've made it a priority of mine to remember this, because this has been my biggest sort of Achilles heel my entire life. And so, obviously, you would think, right? I must make that my number one priority. Just noticing. So I don't know what you take from that. As you can obviously tell, I've not scripted this. I'm sort of thinking out loud and hoping that you will get something from this too. So let me know what you think. And hey, Teresa Flower, how are you doing? In England. Long time no see. So let me know what you think. What's your ideas? Maybe something that you've been through, or something that you're going through, or anything at all. Just let me know what's going on, and let me know what you think. Okay, take care.